Hello friends, it's Robin, who has been missing. I would like to explain why right away. I was absent for so long because in the market there is seasonality when you can trade futures and when you cannot trade futures, when you can switch to spot and strengthen your deposit. And now, at this moment, our season for trading futures is beginning, and I am stepping into action and inviting all of you to join our community. We moved from the old community to a new one. You can subscribe via the link. There will also be big updates. We will have a bot that there will be token giveaways, there will be a game, and the ID assistant will be there. A lot of new things. Just stay tuned to be aware of all events. Simply subscribe to Telegram and TikTok and any social media. A lot of new things are actually happening. Big plans, guys. So let's move directly to the market review. What's happening now? We'll quickly go through all the aspects. Yesterday we had a slight market dip. Judging by the global situation, of course, I'd like to see Bitcoin in this price range, but I don't think they will allow it, judging by the fact that Bitcoin is now in the hands of big players where all the major figures are, and of course they won't allow it. So most likely, well, we need to look locally and try to trade locally, of course. The safest zone to open a position, a set of positions, I would say, is from this. From this price level, I would wait here for a position setup, yes, but unfortunately it might not happen. Unfortunately, they might not give. Well, that's about Bitcoin, right? So let's immediately go to the liquidation map and see what we have. We see that actually there are more long investors dominating and short investors are a bit fewer, of course. As you can see here and here, we have more, and the monthly liquidation map also suggests that Bitcoin should slightly decrease to the range of 96,000, and above it there is a very large accumulation. So there will be some movement like this, first reaching here, down to 96, and then going further for an update. All-time high, and the order book also shows us the imbalance of orders. At the moment, we have accumulated a few long positions, and we are going to close them. That's regarding Bitcoin, guys. So our Bitcoin reached the resistance zone, which I marked in a trading pair with gold probably about a year ago, and here it came. We removed some liquidity and traded a bit. Right now we're going down. The only good zone for buying, if we do a comparison to gold, is, for instance, we see that right here. This is a very strong monthly level. That's why you can try to open a little deal, as we looked at 96,000 somewhere around here. There's a large accumulation of liquidity. We can try to enter at 1% coefficient. So alt season, everyone is waiting for alt season. Let's take a look at what's happening with Bitcoin dominance. So regarding the dominance of Bitcoin, we have reached the area of interest from which everything should basically begin. That is, the entire decline should start. We marked it together with the community, and we've arrived precisely here, and it would be good for us to fall down from here, of course. That's the dominance of Bitcoin. If we fall down from here with some kind of squeeze, then of course altcoins will feel good, since at the moment all the money is in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 59% dominance and 56 basis points. It would be good if downwards. That is, everyone needs an alt season already. Everyone is tired. Let's quickly check on Ether. If we look Globally, it's certainly a long, but here Ethereum is very cheap. Very cheap. 3,000 for Ethereum. Well, that's nothing at all. Because now we have this and that, and very seriously, in fact, fundamental Ethereum, but many currently underestimate and are looking at Solana since the trends in memes. But I look more fundamentally, and Ethereum is much stronger than, say, Solana. So Ethereum looks a bit long to us, I would say. Actually, if we are talking about futures, of course, in a bull market, we don't short, but we have this area where, let's say, I would enter a long position from here, right around here, I would enter a long position. So this is a normal zone for going long. And here I would fix my position because here a small sort of seller's block is located. And here is a cluster of high liquidity. Why? Because we have a low, lower high, lower low, and nothing further is set. And it's like if you were to trick everyone and go up to here, as if to make everyone understand. Hello, we are all going to ATH. And sort of remove this liquidity. This price formation of 2,800 and then turn around to ATH. That's roughly the idea. So we don't short from here, we only long. We try to long, close the position, and then wait for some kind of price pullback, if there is a pullback. If not, then no. We will see further based on the situation. The nearest good point is here and here. So we've got Solana. Solana 2 was dipped. And there's a good block of orders. Right here at 192,000. Sorry. At $192 per coin. This is the only good block of orders from which you can take something to risk. Here already, it's impossible. So we look at Ethereum to Bitcoin pair and see that since the year 2022, we have this kind of downward trend. Well, most likely, of course, it will be broken just by some sort of, with one spike, one green stick. And here I marked the zone already, I don't remember, around years ago. Here is a seller's block, and we are just now approaching it. Look, well, not just now, we've already been to this area and had a reaction. So there is a buyer here. You see, we came here and had a reaction. Now we've come here again. Now we are mostly buying back. A major buyer is currently buying out all the supply, and soon we will have a very strong breakout here. Like this. This is what Ether and that is. And also, what is good for Ether is good there. So if you have a desire for futures, to fly into some good deal, I am now in a deal, and I am in a Rune deal. In fact, guys, Rune can be bought not only on futures, but also on spot. I looked at this asset for a long time, and it has now come to that zone where I was waiting for about 6 months. Guys, honestly, I marked this zone for 6 months. As you can see, we pierced it a little bit. We went down to the strong zone anyway. That is, this is our buyer's block. And now there is already a reaction. In fact, which means from here and a turn, and it also fits the waves. That is, we have waves here. Let's do... There is one wave, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And already what we know further after 5, we of course go here. Like this, guys. This is if someone wants to fly in some position. Now we have a safe position. Very run here, we look again at the local situation. We have a good reaction. Something will be. So if you want, then your scene is lower than the entry point than mine. So we can go in. Let's say on 2 coefficients you can go in. But just so that you do not get liquidated, throw in the margins. Also very well. Now Merle is trading. Merle is a coin layer 2 for Bitcoin. Such a hidden gem. It was very strongly bribed by the screener. I watched about for 3 months, and it is very well bribed, but now it is also spilled, and therefore it is possible to pick up. So that I am now in the position on futures of Merle. I also have a spot, and I also have a rune. As for the season, guys, well, February is starting the first quarter of the best. All the fundamentals are now just drilling the bottom. In fact, whatever you take now is just great. What to say? Thank you all, guys. I hope you all missed it. And let's make our community strong. And we will subscribe and support the reactions. Thank you all, friends.